Hello, good morning. How are we today? It's been a very long while. Happy New Year to you. Happy Christmas in arrears. Today, I would like us to look into a topic, and that topic will be discussing essentially the word for I in the Igbo language, which is Anya. Anya is the word that we're going to be talking about today. Now, the primary meaning that is connected to the word Anya, of course, is the eye or eyes, both of them. We'll call them Anya, okay? However, there are other meanings that we'll be looking at, and then we'll be looking at the history of this word, how this word has developed within the Igbo language. Now, the truth of the matter is that the word Anya traces back millennia ago. We're talking about 3,000 years ago, while they were still in the kingdoms of Israel and Judah, okay? They've been using that word. They've been using that word Anya already. Now, it's written as Anyan. Anyan, and of course, it means I also. But added to the meaning of I, there were other meanings that our ancestors in Israel and Judah stated or connected that word to. And these other meanings include one's presence. These other meanings also include being pleased. These other meanings also include the eye being a spring. These other meanings also were connected to the eye, talking about time. And these other meanings were also connected to the fact that the eye is connected to the thinking, that is thought and perception. So these were the other meanings that were recorded in ancient texts. If you go into some research about the word Anya and how it has been written right from time 3,000 years ago within Israel and Judah, you will see that all these associated meanings are connected to the word I. Okay. What then is the question is, these meanings that were recorded down so long ago, we're talking about millennia ago, are they still found within the Igbo language? Or is this a case of maybe these meanings have been lost within the Igbo language? Or is it actually still perceptible? Can you still get it? Now, that is our focus today. Now, looking at the first meaning here, which is talking about presence. The truth is that whenever the Igbos meet, whenever two people meet who have not seen in a very long while, maybe relation, maybe close friends, there is a very high possibility that the first expression, exclamation, one of them will say is "Anya gideya," or they can also phrase it as "Nka o anya gi." That is the first exclamation you hear from the person. Now, this statement actually directly translates to, "Is this your eyes?" That is actually what that statement means. Or anya gi de ya, or "Nka o anya gi." So, in that sense, you don't understand that the word for eye is actually connected to presence within Igbo thought. Okay, so they're asking, is this your eyes? But what they're actually asking is this really you? Or is this your presence before me right now? Or am I seeing an apparition? That is for that. Now, going into the next one. The next one is talking about the eye being connected to one being pleasant or finding one pleasant. Okay, so there is a connection according to what was recorded in Israel and Judah about 3,000 years ago. There's a connection in Hebrew thought between the eyes and finding one pleasant. Okay, there's a connection there. So this is interesting because if you go into the Igbo language, there is an expression that says "ah forenginanya." Now, forenginanya means "I love you," actually, but what it directly translates to is "I see you in the eyes." So, for some reason, the Igbo elders, the way they phrase and communicate, that statement means "I see you in the eyes," Afonginaya. But actually, what it's trying to say is "I actually love you." So here you see that connection between the eyes and the pleasantness. Pleasant, like finding someone pleasant or actually loving the person or liking the person, is there's a connection there, and it is well established within Igbo speech. Okay, so going to the next one. Now, the next one says that the eye is connected to a spring. The idea of the eye is also connected to a spring in the sense that the eye releases water. The eye creates water, and the water just flows, so the eye is a spring. The truth is that if you go into ancient records about Igbo land, there are certain places in Igbo land that were termed Anya. Anya. Now, when you check, you might not really understand why these places were named Anya. You start to ask, why was this place named Anya? One of these places is most of the Ikwere areas you see today. Most of the places you know as Ikwere today. In earlier history, the territory or that geographical area was called Anya. But because that these names have been set there for so long, centuries, possibly even 1,000 years, the current Igbo people cannot really pinpoint specifically why that place is named Anya. But the truth is that the place is actually named Anya from what we have seen in ancient records. Those areas were actually named Anya because it is the opening point for a lot of rivers, so to say. So in a sense, that Igbo area is actually a spring point or a spring head, so to say. So if you connect it to the ideological understanding of the eye being a spring, meaning that it is a point where the water starts to flow out, you will then understand why the Igbo people looked at the Igbo area. The Ikwere people are Igbos also. You understand why the Ikwere people looked at their area and named their area Anya. Anya. Okay, so that is that about Anya. Now, in the record that we talked about, Anya is also connected to time. So, for some reason, the Igbo elders, while in Israel and Judah, they noted that the eye, in a way, is conceptually connected to time. Okay, now, this reality, as stated here, is also observable within the Igbo language. Okay, because, for instance, now, if you want to say that something happened a long time ago, you will say omelo mgbedi anya. So that mgbedi anya means at a time that is eyes, but that's not actually the direct meaning. It actually means at a time long ago. So you see that there is a connection between eye and time. Another expression that you get among the Igbo people is omelo n'anya ndị nna anyị. Omelo n'anya ndị nna anyị. Okay, so this expression means it happened in the eyes of our fathers. You usually get that when elders are trying to tell you that there is a practice that was observable within the Igbo race, but you may not get it anymore, within today's setting. So they will tell you, "O melo n'anya ndị nna anyị," or "Ono na-eme n'anya ndị nna anyị." What it actually means that it happened in the time or in the era of our forebears, our fathers, and so on. Now, talking about view and perception, it's also noted that the eye is connected to view and perception. Probably you can see that this one is quite direct or something that is expected. Okay, so you will hear Igbo people say "Nanya nkemo," in my own thought. That thing means in my own thought or in my own perspective, but directly it translates to in my own eyes. In my own eyes. Okay, so here you can also see the direct connection between the eyes or sight and thought or view or perspective. Okay, so this is quite straightforward. Okay, so this is exactly how the word Anya is used to represent several ideas within the Igbo language. And you see that all these ideas that are represented with I, all these ideas are not directly connected to sight most of the time, but you see that ideologically and conceptually there's a connection between all these things. Okay, and these connections are well observable in the Igbo language. All of the expressions I've given to you here, you can hear it anywhere in Igbo land. Whether you go to Central Igbo land, Northern Igbo land, Southern Igbo land, Western or Eastern Igbo land, wherever you go, you will get these expressions. These are common expressions. These are deep expressions that you find within the Igbo. So nothing complex at all. It's just the usual, Igbo way of communicating. Okay, so this video was just a way of showing that this thing is actually observable. These things are actually perceptible within the Igbo language. Even if they were recorded 3,000 years ago in Israel and Judah, it's still a reality among the Igbo people today. So this is where we'll be stopping. I'm happy to be with you guys here this year again, and we hope that God keeps us and grants us our heart desires. Amen. Thank you. Bye bye.